Back in June 2021, the Iron Curtain Creator DLC from CSLA Studios launched to what I can only describe as complete and utter disappointment by the community, and received unanimous dislikes while being downvoted into the fucking ether, where it still lives to this day. But that was over 4 years ago. The DLC has received updates since then, so what is the state of it now? And is it worth your hard-earned money? Or should you wait for a discount? Well, let's get right into it. Firstly, I will admit, I, like you, was fully erect and excited when I found out that we were getting a late 1980s Cold War theme DLC with the US faction. But when we opened up the DLC, it felt like a literal paid mod. The Creator DLC program was not brought online for the content to ever feel like paid mods, with Bohemian themselves stating they didn't want people paying for something they could basically get for free and for better quality, which is a Chad fucking move when it comes to developers, unlike the other guy. Fast forward a few years, and now we have much higher quality assets. But I'll admit, there's a couple things I wish cooked a little bit more. I can, however, safely say that the good far outweighs the bad now. For starters, the US faction looks outstanding, with the flagship assets being the AH-1F Cobra and the gorgeous M1 and M1A1 main battle tanks. The models look magnificent with solid texture work all around. The Cobra just hits right in the nostalgia if you played Operation Flashpoint back in the day, and I'm happy to see an M1 with a properly modeled 105mm cannon. That looks great. Other support vehicles like the Humvees and the M923 trucks look great as well, with multiple variants like we're used to seeing. The M113 family also received a facelift, with the standout variant being the M163 Vulcan. All US vehicles received a desert variant that blends in well with the vanilla textures, and I'm pretty sure looks great on Sephora Ramal from the Western Sahara DLC as well. There's also the AFMC Mercenary faction that has some awesome looking woodland camo as well, again repainting all US vehicles. The FIA Guerrillas are a mixed bag, not only of weapons and gear, but quality as well. The range of texture work on some of these items go from exquisitely good to exceptionally bad, and I'm not sure how these uniforms passed QA if I'm being perfectly honest. Now, looking over at the CSLA faction within the OPFOR, these guys are the bad guys in this DLC story, where the Czechoslovakian military goes head-to-head with West Germany stationed US forces. I'll be honest, most of their equipment doesn't really give me a hard-on I usually would from enemy forces, probably because I'm not really nostalgic for the 1980s Czech equipment, nor am I really that knowledgeable on their specs during this time period. However, I would absolutely be remiss were I to fail to mention a couple of their banger assets. The CSLA got 3 big hitters with this one, mainly the MI-24, the MI-17, and the T-72. Starting with the T-72, this thing looks outstanding with great texture work and a beautiful model. The tracks also look outstanding, something that is hard to get right considering the way they move in Arma. The MI-17 also looks really great. From what I understand, it is a ported Arma 2 model, though that could be false. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But my absolute favorite is the incredible MI-24 Hind. This variant is the MI-24V, one of the most prolific Hind variants ever produced. This thing is known as a flying tank, and brother, does it live up to that name in-game. This bad boy comes armed with a 12.7mm chin-mounted Gatling gun and more rockets, missiles, and bombs than you know what to fucking do with. The pods and the wing hardpoints are diverse and can satisfy multiple mission types and are just a lot of fun to rage through the sky with. The textures also look insane, showcasing lots of weathering and age on her fuselage, which is how she should look. A final hidden gem are the weapons under the Empty Objects tab, which consists of a lot of pylon-strung weapons we see in the DLC, but also many that we don't. Most notably, the US bombs and air-to-ground missiles like the AGM-65s, and even an AIM-9 Sidewinder. This makes me wonder if a fixed-wing US aircraft was maybe planned at some point, which I would love to see. My guess is, by this selection of weapons, it's either an A-10 or maybe an F-16. A DLC Viper would be fucking badass, I'm not gonna lie. I'd also love to see their take on an AH-64 Alpha to round out the US side. That would be great as well. All in all, I'm going to go ahead and highly recommend this DLC now due to all the love it's gotten since release. Honestly, I respect how the studio didn't look at all those negative reviews and just throw in the fucking towel. They kept at it and have now delivered a really good product that I'd give a solid 8.5 out of 10 grade to. Well done, CSLA Studios. Let's see what the future holds. I'm eager to drop some of these beautiful bombs from a fixed-wing aircraft. So please, if that's on the horizon, oh man, please let me know. Well, guys, that's all I have for this DLC review. Hopefully you've seen enough to warrant buying this yourself. This DLC does go on sale pretty regularly, and I think actually right now, as of 7 August 2025, this DLC is on sale for like $5, which is an absolute steal. You should absolutely grab it. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. As always, I want to say a special thank you to my Patreon supporters and my channel members. Thank you guys so very much for your continued support of me and the channel. If I could kiss you guys on the mouth, I would. Some of y'all, you might live close to me. I don't know. You might be in danger. I'm not weird, I promise. And thank you all again for your time and for watching. And I will see you in the next video.